Fox 8 News starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Shelley Brown. We are looking at the threat of severe weather moving through southeastern Louisiana at this hour. The National Weather Service has issued tornado warnings and watches for parts of the region. We've got live cruising coverage all around the viewing area.
If you are out on the roads right now, you definitely need to be getting to your safe place.
But as we make a right here, I hope you can see just a little bit, especially off to the right. This is that area that you're talking about, this wall cloud that perhaps had some rotation and perhaps even a funnel that was indicated not only on radar but also at the airport.
It's the circulation with this storm, and the Weather Service just indicated to us that it appears to be increasing. So we could be seeing either a tornado with this or certainly some significant wind damage as this storm continues moving to the northeast. Again, there's Convent and here's Vacherie and Lutcher off to the south and east. And what we're going to watch, I think what we're getting now is a tornado debris signature. I've never seen this show up on our Viper radar. This symbol right here is a tornado debris signature. That is indicating that the radar is detecting not hail and not rain, but rather is detecting trees, dirt, and possibly debris, pieces of houses, automobiles, anything that could be blown up into the atmosphere. This circle right here is a tornado debris signature, and to my knowledge, Bruce, have you seen this on? We've never seen this before. This is a very significant indication that we have a large and damaging tornado somewhere just south of Donaldsonville and moving to the northeast. Breaking news real quickly, we're getting into Fox 8. St. James Parish Sheriff are reporting casualties, people injured, and possibly people trapped in debris in and around Convent. Right, Nancy? It was around Convent. I was picking up some of that from emergency management, but the St. James Sheriff Office has confirmed that we do have injuries out west and St. James.
The most pressing concern at the moment is in Convent at that RV park where there's been some serious damage. Rob Krieger is there live.
Yeah, we're here at the Sugar Hill RV Park on LA 44, just outside of Convent right now, where responders are responding to the scene. As you take a look, there's dozens of RV homes just toppled over, crushed, and in bits and pieces right now as first responders make their way into the scene. And we saw multiple residents traveling down the road with bags of clothes. Apparently they were told just to get out for the time being. The first responders have pushed back onto the levee. We're right here on the side of the Mississippi River, on the East Bank side of the Mississippi River in Convent. But just take a look at the scene here. Multiple fire departments here, several ambulances as well as first responders from several different departments here on the scene trying to see what's happening here. Now, we were told that there were multiple injuries and possibly maybe even some people trapped as folks here are trying to figure out exactly what the damage is here. But I can assure you that we'll be here through the evening assessing the damage, trying to figure out exactly what happened here. If you take a look down there at the ambulance, you can see someone being loaded into an ambulance right now.
In the meantime, there is some damage, quite a bit of damage in LaPlace. Ryan Nakhan is there.
Yeah, we are out here in LaPlace right now, and you can just see large devastation across the area right here. We're on Greenwood Drive in LaPlace. They have trees down. They got some flooding here, and you can see some kind of houses are ripped off of some homes. You've got cars damaged by what we've seen here. This is right off of Armand Drive in LaPlace. If you're coming down Airline Drive, you see right here just a tree snapped right in half. You've got the sheriff's office out here, and you've got some emergency crews cutting down and trying to get these roads clear right now. We were told that the farther you go down Greenwood Drive, actually you'll see more and more devastation. We just got here probably about 5 minutes or so, and we haven't even made it far right now, but you see windows busted out. You see people trying to get into their homes. This lady right here is trying to get to her home right now, and just kind of look at it. Debris kind of strewn across the neighborhood right now and all across these houses as well. If we can walk a little further, Matt, this way, we can kind of see what we've got going on this way. You've got folks trying to make their way through right now to help everybody out. See two large trees right here I've come down. You got another tree over here, right at this corner, also came down. Talked to somebody not too long ago, a young lady, and they said, you know, did you hear what happened? Did you see what happened? She said it just came so quickly, and you know, they came outside, and this is what they saw.
Some storm victims are getting their first look today at what's left of their lives. But for one family from Florida whose loved one is still in the hospital today, their visit to the Sugar Hill RV Park gave them a little extra strength to make it through this tragedy. The Peters family spent the day searching for any sign of their loved one's belongings. Luke Peters, still unconscious in the hospital since Tuesday after the tornado tossed him more than a football field away from his lot. His family rushed from Florida through storms to be with Luke as he fights for his life.
We have a long journey ahead of us. This isn't going to be something that he comes back from tomorrow or next week, but we are very hopeful.
Peters is still in critical condition, but making some progress. Small steps his sister knows are big wins, but it's the response to this disaster that's still overwhelming.
To come to this community and see what y'all have done for our families it's unreal.
A local investigation gone national, impacting more than 80 million Americans.
A lot of elderly people are being defrauded.
It's not just the elderly.
Cheated. Highly cheated.
But also this mother struggling to support her sick child.
How do you afford that?
I can't, honestly. As a single parent, I felt like I was failing.
Americans of every race, of all incomes, bearing the cost.
It's really not insurance, is it?
At the center of our series, some of the country's largest health insurers.
As a fraud investigator, I think it's fraudulent.
These actions cost many people hard-earned dollars, and they don't even know it.
Most people think having insurance reduces their prices. That's why you buy insurance.
Correct.
But that's not happening in some cases.
That's absolutely correct.
Tonight, we look back at a groundbreaking Fox 8 investigative series that uncovered what attorneys have called a secret scheme to defraud customers.
It is illogical. They do it simply because they can.
An investigation that prompted 11 lawsuits and changed state law.
The system's rigged against the patient.
An investigation that put money back in the pockets of people across the country.
It's not like I'm buying a car. This is my son's life. This is his health. This is his well-being.
Here's Lee Zurich with Medical Waste.
They don't treat you in the doctor's office. They don't prescribe your medication and usually don't fill them. Pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs, they're middlemen. You probably have no idea who they are, but they have a hand in your wallet and an eye on their own bottom line. One of the nation's largest PBMs is based right here in the nation's capital. They control prescription medication for more than 80 million Americans, and none likely know this company is sometimes overcharging them for their prescription medication. Until we started reporting on it.
It's fraud, in my opinion.
This New Orleans area pharmacist asked us to hide his identity. Contracts with pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs, prevent him from talking publicly. But documents multiple pharmacists gave to Fox 8 News show in some cases companies charge you a copay that's more than the cost of the drug. Pharmacists call it a clawback.
The company is essentially clawing back money from you.
Correct. And they don't realize it's being done.
The patient doesn't realize.
They have no idea.
For example, the drug Sprintec treats severe acne. This document given to Fox 8 News spells out how the clawback works. It shows the cost of the drug after tax and fee is $11.65. But that same document reveals the pharmacy had to charge the customer a copay of $50 for the Sprintec. And the remaining $38.35 was sent back to the pharmacy benefit manager and essentially the insurance company.
You're charging them more than it's worth. How is that legal?
I agree.
Most people think having insurance reduces their prices. That's why you buy insurance.
Correct.
But that's not happening in some cases.
That's absolutely correct.
Monday morning's mass shooting on Bourbon Street. 10 people were shot. One man died in the gunfire when police say the men picked up an argument where they had left off and started shooting.
As of today, 4 victims remain in a hospital. 5 were treated and released. The victim who died was 25-year-old Demontres Tolliver, a tattoo artist from Baton Rouge. As Natasha Robin reports, his family describes him as a young man full of promise.
It's the call no mother ever wants to get.
My son calls me back screaming, my brother's dead. He's gone. I screamed. I dropped the phone.
25-year-old Demontres Tolliver lost his life on Bourbon Street early Sunday morning when police say 2 people opened fire. 9 others were shot, none of them believed to be the intended target.
He's gone. Never to see him draw another picture ever again in life. They took my child, our child, away from us.
And I mean, the gunfire starts, and I mean,
said they was just walking, then they heard two gunshots, and that's when everybody started running. And so they was running, and he was grabbing his neck, and he fell.
Doctors pronounced Tolliver dead at the hospital.
Whatever justice has to be done, it needs to be done. Because it's ridiculous that parents have to walk around mourning behind their children, behind senseless stupidity that people do not have to be doing. People walk around just trying to live a life.
His mother, Erica Harrison, says something must change. It's ironically the same message her son, Demontres Tolliver, tried to give in one of his last Facebook posts before he was killed.
What really matters is us and how we work amongst each other, how we work with each other. So, if you're listening to this, I'm not telling you to change yourself. I'm not saying do something different, but if anything I said spark anything in your mind, hey, make a change. The world needs it.
Natasha Robin, Fox 8 News.
Of all the musical sounds you can hear around New Orleans' French Quarter, there was something very special about watching a July sunset at Jackson Square and being serenaded by the bagpipes. I remember thinking, only in New Orleans. It was one of those impromptu performances that I love about this city. Fast forward 7 months to a street corner in the Lower Garden District. That same bagpiper standing outside a coffee shop welcoming a sunny February morning. His name is Timothy Wade. He says this is what he's always wanted to do.
Honestly, I've wanted to play since I was 3 or 4 years old, and I've got a lot of time now to play and learn and kind of keep at it.
And sunset is the perfect time.
I guess there's kind of beyond words. Really, I don't know what to say other than it feels right, and I guess New Orleans needs a piper, so I want to be it, you know.
Wade only started playing the pipes 5 years ago. He's 47 now and admits he's still learning.
It's just worth it. It's hard and good and keen, and I love it, and still learning.
It's a typical New Orleans blend of sounds. In the distance, a brass band is playing on the other side of Jackson Square. The steam calliope on the paddle wheeler Natchez welcomes tourists for an evening cruise. You hear the bells of St. Louis Cathedral, and visitors pose for pictures with a piper. Wade gets a few tips and says he makes more than he spends, so he keeps playing.
The goal is to be able to play tomorrow.
The bagpipes bid farewell to the sun as it drops below the horizon. People stroll along America's greatest river as the night creeps in. And a city is kissed goodnight with the sound of the bagpipes and by a fading glow in the western sky. With the heart of Louisiana, Dave McNamara, Fox 8 News.